Let's go ahead and see if increasing the idle changes it. And that's a simple trimmer.
So Battle, here's my shop. No 96 Oldsmobile anymore. But you can see my bullnose truck and my 71. Let's get some work done on the bullnose today. And then this is a vacuum pump. One from the auto parts store. I had a spare vacuum pump off of the 7.3 liter turbo engine that I got. And so I used the vacuum pump off of that and got my warranty. And this is, I think, the second or third vacuum pump that I've gotten on warranty in about 5 years. They are rebuilt. So maybe it would be a good idea to go to Hydro Boost brakes and a manually shifted valve body. But I think we're going to end up installing this today. Okay, here's my vacuum gauge. And then right here is the VRV on the side of my injection pump. And I think that my vacuum pump is bad. Vacuum gauge, vacuum barb. Okay, I'm going to start the truck and then we'll see what kind of vacuum we have with the old vacuum pump. Let's give it some glow plug, Battle. 8, 9, 10.
Two inches of vacuum. That vacuum pump is dead. We only ever got 5 inches of vacuum, Battle. Sort of creeping up. I guess we can do a test drive. But that transmission's not going to be able to shift properly with only 5, 6 inches of vacuum. I'm going to pull it back, pull it out, because it's getting pretty stinky in here, Battle. All right, let's take her on a test run.
It didn't even shift into second. Never saw more than 8 inches of vacuum. I don't think this is going to shift at all. It's right at the VRV. It's broken, Battle. I'm not even going to try it more. We're going back. We're going to change the vacuum pump. That didn't work, Battle. Really, I would need somebody to help me. I never saw over 8 inches of vacuum on the little vacuum pump. And in drive, it never shifted even 1, 2, let alone 2, 3. So, guess we'll change the vacuum pump. Got to loosen this alternator. Actually, I need to disconnect the batteries. Today is the car show, coffee and cars. And neither one of my jalopies is fit to go. Even the 96 couldn't have made it there if I still had it. It's not rainy, so I think some folks would show up. It's at a new location, but they got the daggone vendors there. You gotta make a buck. I can hopefully get to it without moving the coolant filter or fuel filter housing. We'll see. Long-winded son of a gun. My 3G alternator swap. And I just removed this alternator and had it tested and everything and did a repair on it.
There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on out of there. Got it. So I got this alternator loose. This right here is the belt for the vacuum pump. Loosen the belt for the alternator. Finagle the alternator out around the fuel hose and the coolant filter lines. Take the charge wire and get the yellow wire off of the back of my alternator. And then all I got is this guy right here. There we go. I didn't want to damage that because I just replaced it. There she is, Battle. 3G alternator. There we go. That's a little bit better angle for you. It was the 10 millimeter, which is the first one I tried. And these are the stubbies. I got regular length in there. And of course, the hoses for the coolant filter are daggone hot. Jeez, even with a normal size wrench, that guy was on there. Sort of an ugly engine, isn't it, Battle? I got coolant spray all over the place. I don't know where it came from. Maybe the top of the radiator. It looks like there's some around my radiator cap. I still have the OE radiator for this truck behind my shop. Yeah, but this radiator is just a part store cheapie. Take the vacuum hose off. There we go. Our vacuum pump comes out. I don't know, Battle. There's nothing obviously wrong with it. It looks like we're going to have to use a pulley puller to get that pulley off because I know there's not a pulley on the one that I got to replace it. Well, still sort of has a diaphragm that's good. I guess we'll remove the vacuum pump from the bracket. 10 millimeter on these bolts here. Got the first one. The ratcheting wrench from Horrible Freight is too fat to fit right there. Just use the open end wrench. Wasn't on there very tight, probably because I couldn't crank down on it. Here's the third one. Bracket comes off. Here's the vacuum pump and pulley. Jeez. Let's take this in the shop and take the pulley off. Now that I get this pulley remover set up, I remember how much of a pain in the butt it was, possibly because the pulley remover is from Horrible Freight. So hopefully we can get this guy off. But the pulley is moving farther away from the vacuum pump, so something's going right. Something's going right, I guess. Come on, old 64. Something is cockeyed in there. I don't know if you can see on the video, but as I turn this jam nut, it's sort of walking, wallowing around. Let's hope I'm not damaging anything. There we go. So there's the pulley. And actually, as I was taking the pulley off of the old pump, I thought to myself, oh, I got a spare pulley. But we'll just leave the spare pulley in the parts bin for now. Got the pulley installer, the pulley, the vacuum pump. Well, using these pullers is sort of a pain in the butt now. Sometimes you just gotta think for a second with these pulley installers. Takes a mechanical mind. Gotta know how the installer works with the jack screw. And with all the fittings to either pull the pulley off or push the pulley on. Man, this is a long-winded son of a gun. Good and tight. There we go, Battle. We got the pulley on and really didn't scuff up the body at all. But the new vacuum pump is ready to go on. So let's head out there and install it. That bolt just isn't fitting in there. The threads are wallered already. I do not like the way that's going on there. It's already super tight and there's still a quarter of an inch. So in other words, it's cutting new threads. Snug. And then this one's going on, whether it wants to or not. There, she's on. Steel bolts through a steel bracket into an aluminum housing. But that's the OE boot. I guess I could dig through the salvage yard and just find another. All it is an alternator boot, or there might be a dormant part number, but it works now. So we got the yellow, the charge wire, we got the small pigtail, we got the large pigtail. So let's get the pivot bolt through. We got the pivot in. Let's get this guy on here, loosey-goosey, so it'll all fit together, and then we can run the belts. Here's the vacuum pump belt. So remember, tighten your alternator first. And don't worry if the belt's flopping around at idle, because once you get off of idle and you're cruising down the road, then these belts sort of even out. Now, you just need to install the bolt on the vacuum pump. Here. It's on there. Now we just need to tighten these guys. Make sure we're on tighten. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And I can sort of push down with my left hand and snug the bolt with my right, with the wrench. Alternator's tight. Vacuum pump is tight. We're good to test it, Battle. I'm going to start it, Battle, and you can see the vacuum gauge there. I'll check it once I start it, and then I'll let you see it. Let's hope for the best. Give her just a little bit of glow plug, Battle. Nothing. Look at that. Well, Battle, that's mission fail, because we still got like less than 5 PSI at idle. It's not even worthwhile doing a test drive. That goes directly to the vacuum pump. We're going to test it, Battle. Aha! 21 inches of vacuum, just like it's supposed to be. Twenty-one, 23 inches of vacuum. And see, it even holds the vacuum after I shut off the engine. Over 20 inches of vacuum directly out the back of the vacuum pump. So we have a leak someplace. I bet it's this little vacuum doodad back here. This right here on top, passenger side, goes to the vacuum reservoir by the horn. Passenger side, first down. It's a small cylindrical vacuum switch of some sort. Top driver's side goes to VRV, which is disconnected right now. Well, that spring had been on there for so long that it was damaged when I tried to pull it off. The bottom one, driver's side, goes to brake booster. Middle one, driver's side, goes to the vehicle speed system or cruise control. There we go. Got it off. See? The spring was all damaged. I think it's little bolts that keep that vacuum tee on the firewall. 6mm valve. And of course, the valve cover is, no, it's not the valve cover, it's number 6 injection line is really close to the little screwdriver I'm using. No, number 5. There she is. Here's that vacuum manifold battle. And I have caps on it. These two right here are attached together. I have my pump. And then you have this open one here that I'll hold my thumb over. Look, she holds vacuum. That's over 20 inches of vacuum held in that manifold. So that means one of my vacuum hoses is bad. That's actually good news that this manifold isn't damaged because I was like, man, I don't know where I'm going to get it. So I should replace all the vacuum hoses and then I should get over 20 inches of vacuum at the VRV, which is what I need for it to shift. So either, yeah, it's a vacuum hose or it could be one of those vacuum reservoirs or that vacuum switch, or maybe even the power booster. There's a vacuum gauge. It's attached to this T. This side is the vacuum pump. This side is the power brake booster. And this side is our gauge. So let me go ahead and start it and we'll see if the power brake booster holds vacuum. I think my power brake booster's bad, Battle. So I guess I gotta get a vacuum booster. I actually replaced it once already, so it has since failed. And I think I got it at my favorite place in town, so I should have a receipt. Let's find it. Maybe I'll go ahead and stop for the day. At least I found out that the vacuum manifold was still good, which, where did I put it, old 64? Ah, here it is. This vacuum manifold is still good, so.
Thanks for stopping by the shop to see what I was doing this weekend. Make sure you watch one of these other videos that I did on my bullnose truck in the past. And I'll see you next time, Battle.
And we're going to test and see how much vacuum. Oh, wait a minute. Can't test it on the vacuum reservoir. Have to test it on the vacuum hose. Nice. Sorry, Battle.